These 3 stories were sent in by viewers who loved camping, hiking, and spending time in the great outdoors. But after what they experienced, most of them never went back into the woods again. Here are 3 true scary camping stories. My friend Tyler and I go camping every year. We're both from Colorado, and we usually pick remote spots high up in the mountains, far away from tourists. In July of 2021, we chose a place called Deadman Ridge, and yeah, the name should have been a warning. So we hiked for about 4 hours before settling on a perfect spot. Dense trees, a stream nearby, and a flat clearing where we set up our tent. We cooked, chilled, and eventually went inside around midnight. Around 1:30 a.m., I woke up to the sound of leaves crunching outside. At first, I thought it was a deer, but then something ran around the tent. Not walked, not wandered, ran, fast, erratic footsteps circling us. Tyler whispered, "Bro, what the hell is that?" I didn't answer, because I didn't know. Whatever it was moved in a perfect circle around the tent, over and over, sometimes stopping, sometimes sprinting. At one point, it came so close, the tent wall pushed inward, like something pressed its hand, or face, against it. Tyler grabbed his pocket knife. I grabbed the bear spray. We sat there, frozen, listening to the heavy breathing of something that wasn't an animal. Not with the way it moved, not with the way it breathed. Slow, controlled, almost human. Then suddenly, it stopped. Dead silent. 30 seconds passed, then 60. I slowly reached for the zipper to peek outside. Tyler mouthed, "Don't," but I had to know. I unzipped it just enough to look out. The woods were pitch black. I couldn't see anything, not even shapes. I closed the zipper. Right then, a hand slammed against the tent from the outside. Not a paw, not a hoof, a hand. Long fingers, strong grip. You could see its silhouette pressed through the fabric. Tyler yelled and slashed at the tent wall with the knife. Whatever was touching us screamed a horrible, high-pitched shriek and bolted into the trees. We didn't sleep. We waited until the sun came up, then inspected the damage. The tent had a 5-inch tear, and on the dirt next to it, footprints. Bare human footprints, but they were huge. And the stride was unnaturally long, like someone 8 feet tall had been pacing around us. We packed as fast as we could and hiked back. A park ranger later told us that area had received multiple strange reports, including a missing hiker whose last campsite was found slashed open, just like ours. We never camped on Deadman Ridge again. Back in 2019, my friend group planned a simple weekend camping trip in Tennessee. 6 of us went, me, my girlfriend, and 4 buddies from college. We picked a public campsite, but there were only 2 other groups there when we arrived. Nothing weird happened till the second night. Around 11 p.m., we were sitting by the fire when we noticed a man walking along the tree line about 40 feet from our tents. Nothing odd yet. It was a public area, but something felt wrong. He didn't have a flashlight, no lantern, no phone. Just slowly walking in a straight line with his hands at his sides, head down, back stiff. We all watched him. He didn't look up, didn't react, just kept walking until he vanished behind a hill. We joked about it, but deep down, everyone felt uneasy. Around 2 a.m., we went to sleep. At around 3:45, I woke up 2 footsteps, soft, slow, deliberate, right outside my tent. I opened my eyes and saw a shadow pass across the fabric. Someone was walking around our camp. I unzipped the tent as quietly as possible and peeked out. It was him, the man from earlier, standing completely still between our tents, facing the fire pit, just standing there. His clothes looked wrong, torn in some places, soaking wet in others. In his hands, they were filthy black, like they were covered in mud or oil or something else. I whispered my girlfriend's name. When she woke up, she saw him and gasped loudly. The man slowly turned his head toward us. Not his body, just his head. His face was blank. No expression, no emotion, just wide eyes staring straight at us. I yelled, "Hey, who are you?" He didn't answer. He didn't move. My friend Marcus came out of another tent with a flashlight and pointed it at him. The man immediately sprinted into the woods. Not ran, not jogged, sprinted like an Olympic athlete, fast, silent, almost animal-like. We grabbed bats, knives, anything we had, and stayed awake until morning. The next day, we told the park office. The ranger said, "You're not the first group to report him, but every time we go looking, we never find anyone. We left early." To this day, no one knows who that man was or why he walked around campsites without a light, without speaking, without blinking, just watching. This happened to my cousin in Oregon back in 2020. He's a solo camper, loves hiking alone, camping alone, no distractions, no people. But after this night, he never camped alone again. He was deep inside Empty Hood National Forest, about 5 miles off any trail. He pitched his tent near a huge old tree, a perfect spot. Around 12:30 a.m., he woke up to a sound. Not footsteps, not animals, clicking, like someone tapping 2 rocks together. He sat still and listened. Click, click, click. It was coming from above him. He slowly unzipped the tent and looked up. Something was in the tree. He could barely make out the shape. A long, thin silhouette crouched on a branch about 20 feet above the ground. He thought it was a raccoon, or maybe a large bird, till it turned its head toward him. A slow, unnatural rotation. The head didn't move like an animal, more like a puppet. The shape froze when it noticed him. Then it clicked again, louder this time. Click, click, click. My cousin whispered, "Hey, who's up there?" Clicking stopped. Silence. Then the shape suddenly dropped from the branch, but it didn't fall like a person or animal. It landed on all 4s, quietly, too quietly. My cousin scrambled backward, tripped over his tent, and fell on the ground. Whatever it was, stood up, tall, very tall. Thin arms, long legs, joints bent at strange angles. No face, or maybe he just couldn't see it. He isn't sure. The thing clicked again, louder, faster, almost like it was communicating. My cousin grabbed his flashlight and shined it directly at it. In that split second, he saw enough: gray skin, long fingers, no clothes, its eyes that reflected the light like an animal's, but shaped like a human's. The creature sprinted into the forest, its limbs moving in unnatural directions. My cousin didn't pack anything, didn't take his tent, he didn't take his gear. He just ran. He didn't stop until he reached his truck. The next morning, he returned with 2 rangers. The tent was torn apart. His gear was scattered, and on the large tree above the campsite, deep claw marks, 5 long parallel scratches, like something climbed it quickly. One ranger quietly said, "You camped in the wrong area." We've had reports, but nothing we can confirm. My cousin never went back, and he still hears clicking sometimes, especially when he's in the woods.